Everybody,
Okay.
I don't know, it's just some problem with
Okay.
my webcam, but do you see me?
We can
No?
hear you.
Okay. So, dear colleagues, thank you very much for this great opportunity to take part in this conference. My name is Khvorostyanaya, and I actually represent Center for Strategic Studies of Lomonosov Moscow State University. And today in my speech, I would like to focus on practical results of strategic intellectual property management system implementation in Russian universities. Well, actually, nowadays, technology transfer development is a strategic priority in the economies of many countries. For successful and efficient technology transfer, a high-quality exchange process between science and industry must be established. Today, there is an aim on global and regional agenda to create special environment where researchers' results are fully commercial, where scientists are fairly treated. The question of making the balance between universities, industry, and government is really vital for successful technology transfer. While universities and scientific organizations should strive not only to create patents with public funds and publish in top-rated journals, but also work efficiently with industrial partners to increase the commercialization level of their development. They are actively engaged in creating new products, but there is often no systematic work on commercialization in Russian universities. There are always questions about attracting industrial partners, amount of royalties paid out, and so on. So for that purpose, it's necessary to create a specialized structure in the university, of course, a TTO center, that could manage strategic intellectual property by using specific documents. And we have an experience I'm going to tell about in that field. This system helps to build the commercialization step by step. Speaking about the strategic priorities of such a system, it should be working for the researchers, university administration, and industrial partners to make beneficial cooperation. This approach guarantees all the parties' interests to be considered and minimizes the risk to lose intellectual property. It can also help to build the researcher's reputation, attract new employees, and finally meet the federal demand for using the knowledge for the national economy benefit. So in Russia, in 2017 was created National Association of Technology Transfer. That's some kind of a new multifunctional communication platform that combines education, legislation, consulting, expert activities in the technology transfer field. Well, actually, this organization aims to promote effective communication interactions between different transfer actors. It is a nonprofit organization and it has around 50 members right now. The work is organized by the working project groups, and one of them organizes an intellectual property management system in higher education institutions and, of course, holds specific events. And now I will explain how this process was organized. Firstly, the set of documents was made. Intellectual property policy for your universities and research organization was adopted by WIPO and the Ministry of Education and Science of Russia. It was revised by Rospatent specialists, and around 7 documents were made, like regulations on the Technology Transfer Center, regulations on the Commission on Intangible Assets, agreements on transfer of rights and joint patenting, and so on. Secondly, the pilot university was chosen. It was Lomonosov Moscow State University, the core one in the Russia, and the stakeholder of implementation. It was a center of technology transfer, some kind of one-step facility for both internal university work and processing external suggestions and external demands. And of course, it's staffed with employees in the field of intellectual property with various competences. Well, speaking about the result, the system implementation helped Moscow State University firstly get significant results in important rankings. There are 2 of them in Russia, like National University Ranking and Invention Activity University Ranking. And secondly, to improve commercialization practice. Now there are about 900 items in the overall IP portfolio. There are also more than 30 valid license contracts made by EMSO per year. And at the same time, the incomes from rights disposal increased. Well, finally, it should be noted that such a system is effective for establishing systematic interaction between main participants in the technology transfer market. It really helped to consolidate innovative offers from Russian scientists for industrial partners. The presence of such system really helped, even now it's working, even in the face of external challenges. And the main value of the system is to reduce uncertainty, regulate liability, and establish a standard business process. Well, and taking into account the professional competence of each university and its structural organization, system is really easy to adapt and change. And in addition, NAT specialists now are currently implementing this system to Sechenov University and to Mendeleev University of Chemical Technology of Russia. So it's really quite easy to change. And just saying a few words in conclusion, using this experience, we can really talk in the future about the possibility of scaling it, and in order just to form the maturity of Russian universities to introduce their developments into national and global industry. So actually, that's all. Thank you very much for your attention. And well, questions are welcomed.
Okay, time for questions.
Mm-hmm.
We have a question from France Podobnik.
Mm-hmm. One more time, please.
Technology and research collaboration
Mm-hmm.
with companies. Could you say just in short, are there some incentives, funding from government or from private investors? How it's done to commercialize, to monetize?
Yeah. Just speaking about the public funding, of course, there are special grants for Russian scientists. We have two big organizations like Russian Fund for inventions, for scientific inventions. Yeah, and it's really working. And it's also controlled by the Ministry of Education in Russia. Speaking about the Lomonosov Moscow State University, there is no funding. It's only a university budget. And for our system, we used budget from National Association of Technology Transfer for having a salary for the specialists that are implementing, so doing it hand by hand.
Okay, yes, thank you. Thank you for your presentation. We will move to the next one.